Stefanie Maegan. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Because therapy is too expensive. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy. Okay. Should we take a shot?
Oh, if you want to.
No, really?
Oh, I would. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
If you, I support it.
If you were honestly down, I would have been like.
I think I'm still hungover, but.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What'd you drink last night?
Tequila.
I've never got you fucked up on this show before.
No.
I kind of want to get you fucked up.
Okay.
Not tonight, but like another time.
Right. Yeah, we were gonna do drugs.
We always say that we have to do drugs next time.
It's just because I never have it on me.
I know it's not like a drug that we just conveniently
We have to plan.
Like, and it's a whole thing. Like, I have to like plan out to get it.
Yeah.
Where to get it, but also have to plan out like the next 2 days.
For sure.
And then we also have to like
For
go
sure.
out and do. You know what I mean? It's like a
Yeah.
whole thing, and I just feel like.
It's elaborate. It's complex.
Elaborate. Yeah. But we will one day.
We will.
It's just when the time is right.
Yes. Yeah.
We will do it. Anyways, are we ready?
I'm ready.
You don't. Sorry, do you have to wake up early? We'll try to make this quick.
Oh, well, this is still fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like trying to be mindful because I was like,
Oh no, we're okay.
because I could keep going.
You're good.
Yesterday, like I was like awake at like 1:30 a.m. and I just really wanted to clean.
Oh.
But then Quay was like, I'm trying to go to bed.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, my bowels. I might be farting in this episode a lot. Which
Let's record it.
I was gonna say that. Now I'm gonna get hella.
All right, save it for
What,
the
Quay?
pod.
Save it for the pod.
You about to be farting for Jesus.
Again, this
I
insulting.
really hope
Christian.
you can totally title it that episode "Jerking for Jesus."
I mean, I could,
Okay.
but I just know that it would just be so offensive. I'm like
jerking for
scared.
J.
Jerking?
JC.
Oh, I was like, who's JC? I thought it meant
Right. Exactly.
You're
"Who's
right.
that?"
They won't even know.
I don't even know. Only
Okay.
the cool Christians
Well,
call
now
him JC.
that was like a month ago. So now this is a new day. Anyways, let's get into it. I could smell my dog. Oh. So it's like, I smell him.
Oh.
He has like a different stench. Okay, let's get into it. Hi, guys. It's
Hello.
me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Broke Girl Therapy. And guess what?
What?
HK motherfucking brains is here
I'm
again.
here. I ain't never left.
The millionth time. You never left. And we were jerky for Jesus.
We were.
Ate some Taco Bell. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of gassy. So
I will be.
I want you to
I'll save
fart.
it for Twitter.
Okay. Do you ever fart and take videos?
No.
of your fart? No, bitch.
No.
Bitch.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because I'm not into that.
You're not into that.
I was just approached to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the things that you're into?
Honestly, I feel like it is more like, I wouldn't say vanilla, but just like classic,
Right.
Like,
you don't have those like really kind of over the top like kinks.
Yeah, like,
you're
I
not
wouldn't
like
even
into
say-
fisting or like
right. I wouldn't even say anything super aggressive either. Like, I like a light amount of like, choking or like covering my face or whatever, but like
Right.
not, I do like getting spit on.
you like getting spit on.
Yeah.
Where do they
or like
spit?
spitting in my mouth,
Okay.
spitting on my hole,
I mean, that sounds hot.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's always like I feel like spitting is normal. No,
now it is.
I was gonna say because I
Everybody's
feel like
super into
it's so like so much saliva. Like it spits. Oh, maybe I haven't really been spit on. You're right.
But it's the idea of like you requesting and then them doing it like forcibly,
I don't know. I'm not quite sure if that's something I'd be into. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I'm not quite sure. It's not something I'm like, ooh, turned on. But
yeah. No, I think it's hot. Like I'll have him
Right.
like, if it's not like him, like just like, I don't have him like hawk and then like spit like
Right,
that, It's
yeah.
like slowly like drooling into my mouth.
Like I could see that.
The more
when
I
it's,
say
like-
these things, the more I like think I like maybe I am kinky, but in my mind, I really don't think it's that
right?
like crazy, I guess, because when I think kink, it's because I know,
Right.
you know, like
We've
is
heard
kink.
and seen the
And
like
so
you're not
I'm
like
not,
a feeder eater like type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do like public play. That's actually terrifying. The idea of
I
like
don't like public play at all.
Um, but yeah.
Okay, so you like the extreme vanilla.
Yeah, maybe like caramel, or like coffee. I'm thinking about ice cream now.
Yes.
You were like, what?
I was like, where's coffee?
I'm thinking about ice cream. I just want ice cream. I'm gonna get ice cream on the way home.
Okay. I was like, what?
No, yeah, I wouldn't say, I guess I wouldn't be able to like be classified as just like vanilla if you're thinking of vanilla as like, well, I can't even say Christian
I
because
feel like
that guy was very kinky.
he was kinky. I feel like I'm realizing more of what vanilla means. Again, I'm not a professional, but I think vanilla, it doesn't necessarily mean like boring sex. It just means just kind of the standard, like.
Because vanilla can be passionate, and that's the thing for me.
Yeah.
I am actually less about like kink or kinky activities. I'm really just about the passion.
Right.
So
but
like,
it's like also like, is choking a kink? Because it's like, I like choking too. Like, is that considered a kink? But I also feel like that's so normalized that it falls into vanilla because so many people are doing it. Like, I feel like a kink is something that's like so extreme that it's not of like the standard normal vanilla.
Because some kinks are like an art.
Right.
You know, like it's and that's why I don't want like to say that I am into any specific kinks, because I don't want to disrespect that, you know, those artists.
Right. Yeah. I feel like I want to explore more of like the kinks and stuff like that, like just to see if like it is like for me, or if I am something, you know what I mean? I feel like there's still so much more to explore, but I feel like for so long my relationship with sex was always very difficult because there is this feeling of like safety that was always an issue.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was always so difficult for me to like explore like certain kinks or even be open to it because of the safetyness and the shamefulness that was brought up being raised, you know, Catholic and all that stuff.
Right.
But now I just feel like I'm hearing so much stuff. I'm in a very safe, like, relationship, you know what I mean? And, like, safe in a good way, not like, oh, I'm feeling like, I feel safe, like, sexually and all that stuff.
Yes.
So,
correct.
like, then now I'm like, I could feel good thinking about stuff like that. So, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Do you ever been to a sex party?
No.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, when I'm thinking sex party, I'm thinking like a legitimately orchestrated and organized.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't. I've just been to a party where everybody just started having sex with each other.
Wait, whose part? Like, what? How do we? What do you mean?
It was a long time ago. It was just like.
It was just everyone
It
came over,
was a
hang
regular
out.
house party, but just like with a bunch of gays, and then like.
And then everyone just
you
started
know,
having
the drugs
sex.
came out, and then like this is like literally at like 4 or 5 a.m. hour.
And everyone just started having sex. So you were just like,
well,
all
the thing is,
each
I
other?
didn't know. I was new to this group, and I didn't know that this group got down like that.
Oh, shit.
And no one ever pressured me either. Like, it was just totally fine. But they were
Right.
like, this is just what we're going to do right now. And I was like,
So everyone was just having sex with each other?
okay. And the thing is, I couldn't leave because my friend was like,
Having sex?
yeah, having sex. But like, they didn't like force it upon me,
Right.
Like, I was like, I
That's
totally
good.
could have been like on another side of the house. But I was just like,
Did
okay,
you
well, I'm
watch?
here. No, I also had sex with.
Oh, okay. I was like, so you just, like, what would you? Like,
So it was just
so
a
you
party where
joined.
we all had sex. Yeah.
And then everyone was just having sex in front of each other?
Yeah, that was the first time I
Wow.
actually experienced that type of like, I
That's
guess,
so
almost like an
liberating.
orgy-ish.
Yeah, that's so
And the
liberating.
only weird part, because the thing is, like, I didn't know much of any of them, so that was like kind of actually worked for me.
I was going to say,
But
yeah.
the weird part was when I saw my friend, because I was like, oh, this is kind of weird.
Oh, okay.
And we were like
Just,
kind of
look
like
the other way.
we were like fucking side by side, but not like with different people.
Right.
But yeah, it was an experience.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that the only time?
that was the only time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just like feel like there's still so much more you haven't told us, and I want you to reveal so much.
I think it's just like
every time.
I also like I forget those things. I haven't talked about that one in like
Yeah.
a long time.
Well, this is the place to talk about.
Right, this is the place to bring it up.
That's the place to unpack. and release.
Yes.
I love that. Okay, let's get into some emails. Yes. I feel like every time I'm with you, like we need an update. Like,
True.
I feel like, especially you in particular, like you just have so many great stories. And I feel like sometimes you don't realize how great they are, and I just like need to hear.
Because in my mind, I'm just like, oh, this was just a thing that happened.
Like a regular orgy that happened. I'm just like that I've never stumbled upon anything like that. I wish.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's so liberating. Yeah. But you know,
I think like especially
I also feel like
gays,
if it's all men and all dicks, that's makes sense. That's the
thing. Yeah, like gays just love their sex parties for
like,
sure.
I mean, women too. Like the twins, they like been to so many sex parties.
Oh. So, together?
Yeah. Listen to their podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Wow.
Yeah. And I've had friends that have been to sex parties. I'm like, why hasn't anyone ever invited me to a sex party?
Yeah.
I don't think I would like join. I would just like want to watch, observe.
You could do that too.
Right.
I mean, you got to be invited, but yeah.
But I'm waiting for a fucking invite. But no, but also like, I don't know, maybe if I'm not opposed to joining in, but I think again, it has to be this feeling of like safety.
Yeah.
You know,
because that's the thing too. Would you even be comfortable with like a group of strangers? That is where it's a little weird. Because even in that group situation, even though I was new, the ones that I was involved with were the only guys that I like had relatively known.
Right. I think if I feel like the first time I ever go, definitely not.
Okay.
Like I feel like that's why I kind of want to go, not because I feel like I want to just start fucking in front of people, but just also just to feel kind of like there is this kind of shame, this Catholic guilt, and being a woman that sometimes like I get kind of nervous to talk about it, even though like I talk about it all the time. But there is this part of me that still kind of battles with that shame, and there is this curiosity of just wanting to see how other people do it, and also like feel comfortable and maybe like become, you know, like I don't know. There's just
I would be super curious too.
I think there's so much more in my sexuality that I want to explore that I don't think that I've tapped into yet, and I think I have to feel a level of confidence. And I also think it's a body issue thing too. Like I don't want to show too much of my body to strangers, and I think if I see and I get more comfortable, this could potentially like help me be more comfortable, you know.
Yeah. I think that's also probably why like swinging or swingers tends to be like those like middle-aged people. Right. It's because those like they've just had to suppress their sexuality into just their one relationship, and they're ready to explore. Right. So like I think that just speaks to like how sexual exploration and liberation is a normal part of the human experience.
Right. So. Exactly.
And so is queerness.
Oh, we love it. And I also think too, there is this like part of me that wants to experience like something with like a woman, and I've never done that. So it
doesn't have to be like full on
right
lesbianic type of sex. It could just be like a girl in the vicinity,
right? Or just something to kind of explore and just kind of like again like reevaluate. Like I feel like my relationship with sex before was so based off of like feelings, you know, and like validation, and ego. But now it's really like I really want to just explore in a sense of just like this is natural, you know, like pleasure is okay, and not to feel shameful, and to explore like what I do like, what I don't. Like, it's kind of like I feel like I've really gotten to put in work on myself and like how like my mental and my like brain functions and my trauma works and all that stuff. But it's like now I'm like I feel like there's still so much about my sexuality that I haven't uncovered yet. So I don't know if that made any sense.
Yeah, no, that made perfect sense.
Yeah, so I think I just
let's uncover it.
Let's uncover. And just because I'm in a relationship doesn't mean it's just like, okay, that's it. You know, it's like I want to. I don't know. Like
that's probably why those people end up suppressing it, because that's what they assume. They're like, I found the one. That's one and done.
And because of the whole monogamy thing
culture.
And obviously, like I'm not looking. Like that's the thing. It's like if I would hook up with someone else, it'd be a woman. Like I want to explore that, you know. And so like I'm perfectly fine with the dick that I got. You know what I mean? Like like I can explore with him. Like again, there's like the safety thing that I have to feel, but I don't know. We'll see. Staying tuned. Someone invite me to a sex party. Yeah. Okay, let's read an email.
Okay.
This one says, retiring fuckboy issues. Yes, and she is a Scorpio and he's an Aquarius. I met this guy on a sexual site where it's a major kink community.
Ooh.
He is 31 and I'm 34. Yes, we got some 30-year-olds.
Millennials.
We got someone our age listening.
The real millennials.
Right, the peak millennials. What interested me about him was that he was very open to trying and exploring things based on our chats. We decided to meet up and automatically clicked on a personal level. Great guy, amazing conversationalist, and very funny. After continuing to talk and whatnot, we decided to have sex. He had an amazing penis size, and since I wanted to impress the guy, I did most of the work for a few weeks. As time continued, he began to open up more and more to the point where he began to share how he was a party animal and extremely sexually active since he was in middle school. Middle school.
Jesus.
I mean, same. I was dry humping for sure. It's still sex. Anyways, I asked him about his body count and he didn't even want to answer. His only response was that he has had it all and that there is no size, color, or girl type or fantasy he hasn't had. As a woman who was married before, experienced sexual deprivation, and I was like, how do I read that word? It's not. And whose count is low. Yeah, I thought I hit the jackpot. Mind you, I was single for a while before him, but I've had my share of escapades, and most of the guys were great in bed, and the sex was always 50-50. I'm confused. My ADD.
No, I'm confused too because
as the time continued, he began to open up more and more to the point where he began to share how he was a party animal and extremely sexually active since he was in middle school. I asked him about his body count, and he didn't even want to answer. His only response was that he has had it all and that there is no size, color, or girl type or fantasy he hasn't had. As a woman who was married before, so he's very experienced. He said he's like literally slept with every single type of woman. Is that what you're saying?
I guess. Have you had a trans woman?
Oh.
Don't say every unless you mean it.
Right. As a woman who was married before, experienced sexual deprivation and whose count is low. Yeah. I thought I hit the jackpot. So she thought
she's seeking
like
this
a fuck
idea.
Boy. Oh.
Not even fuckboy, just someone who's sexually open.
Oh, okay.
But what she got, well, we'll see. Let's see.
Yeah. Mind you, I was single for a while before him, but I've had my share of escapades, and most of the guys were great in bed, and the sex was always 50-50, meaning like everyone's pleasing each other.
Okay.
They did as much as I did. So she's saying, Tanga. Because at first she was saying that she was doing all the work, but then he's all like talking this shit up like he's done everything.
We didn't know what work meant, but now we do. Yeah, okay, got it.
Right. But she's saying that she's had sex with guys. Maybe it's not as much as whatever, but like it's always been 50-50. Like we've always pleased each other.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we got on track.
I got it.
They did as much as I did. I didn't stay with any of them because I wanted to explore and not settle so quick after my divorce. Anyway, fast forward 8 months, and now the problems begin. I've noticed sex is only when he wants it, and it's literally plowing.
Oh.
Do you know how to read that?
No, I mean plowing.
Plowing, yeah. It's literally plowing with no foreplay, no kissing, no touching, no passionate play.
She's just a hole.
Oh, so he's literally just like pounding her with no wow, okay. He's always tired. When we finally have sex, I give, meaning I give a blowjob, ride him, or let him fuck laying down or on our sides. I'm getting tired of it. I feel like he's fucked his way through girls so bad and he doesn't even know anything aside from just sticking in and out. We don't yeah, this man is all talk. We don't switch positions, switching up positions for you. Because he says he has bad knees or his back is thrown out. I've even joked and told him before, oh, come on, babe. She says, come on, babe. I'm trying to see your stallion skills. And he laughs, but doesn't even catch on. Is this normal of a fuckboy wanting to settle down? Do guys who have had it all really get like this after their run of the mill? It's so sad. I've confronted him about it, and he says he doesn't like doing too much because he doesn't want porn sex. Just to nut, and that's it. I wish I'd known from the jump what his idea of settling down was. He thinks I want more to impress him, but really it's for him to impress me. Only because he was so open to trying and exploring in our early chats, and he was on a sex community page. I thought he would be more open. Help! Do I retire the dude or send him on his way to another nursing home? Whoa.
What the fuck?
Nursing home. Another one. I'm confused. Okay.
Oh, I think because in her mind she's
retiring.
thinking like nursing home, like because she's been such the giver.
Oh.
That's what she means by nursing home, not like
Okay.
for old people.
Like, damn, he only
He's only
34. Give him a
31.
break.
Okay, so here's the mistake that you tried to find love on a kink website. Also, because like, are y'all really into kink? Because again, I know when I observe
We were just
kink,
talking about kink,
and
yeah.
the kink people that I observe are like passionate. They treat it as their art, and like if you just wanted to like play around with like whips and ball gags just for one time, like y'all are not kinksters.
It seems like though she's been wanting to explore though. Like she's the one that's like, okay, I'm not super like familiar, but I'm open to it. But he's the one talking all of his shit.
So what happened is like that's why I was like this website was what kink website? This was Christian Mingle. It might have had been Christian Mingle. But the thing is, I think this guy, I don't want to say he was like a predator, but he was able to like be a manipulator and extort you because he just found susceptible women who were like looking to have needs met. But then really he just wanted to find girls that were givers that he could literally treat as human fleshlights.
Right, because he's not kissing you. There's no passion.
He's clearly not creative. He doesn't give a fuck about. I don't know. I just like guys like this. I've heard so many.
The fact that he's like said, "Oh, I've had like all of this." Like he seems like he's bragging. Like he's overcompensating.
Yeah,
because he's probably vanilla. Again, nothing wrong with being vanilla, but like
if he was really a kinkster, he'd be blowing your fucking mind right now. If he was really cared about like having good sex, he would still be having good sex.
You.
Yeah. So
maybe
like
his kink is no passion.
I think his kink is being an asshole.
Yeah.
And just taking advantage of women. Because he doesn't. That's the thing too. He probably doesn't even care about getting you off. Like that's clear, right? He doesn't. He's not interested in pleasing women. He's just interested in pleasing himself. So
literally, like
you just I wouldn't even call that a fuck boy.
Because he's not a great fuck boy.
Yeah.
He just is just like
he's
whack.
just a dick.
Right. He's just whack as fuck.
And not in the good way.
Right. And look, she's a Scorpio, so she freaky as fuck, and he's an Aquarius. That's just embarrassing.
I'd say just don't waste any more time.
Right. Yeah, move on.
Yeah. Log up. Cancel your Christian Mingle account and
go on a real kink website and find you a better man.
Go on Craigslist, bitch.
If you want real kinky, go on Craigslist. For real. No, you've never fucked anyone from Craigslist.
Absolutely not. I mean, I've looked just out of curiosity, but I was like, I don't think I could ever build up the confidence to like,
Oh, my cat. Okay. Next one. This one is celibacy.
Okay.
We're both familiar. Maybe. Okay. Hi, guys. Not sure if you remember, but last year at 6/7/21 to be exact, I sent you an email titled Toxic. You read it with HK Brains. So since November, I have been celibate. I dig on a hoe tour. I love that. Hoe tour. I like that. Yeah. After the relationship for about 2 months. It was it was different size dicks, but no one could make me come. Ow, my fucking cat just attacked my hand.
Oh no.
No one could make me come. I was so frustrated, so I decided to become celibate. I recently reconnected with the guy I had talked to and decided to break my celibacy a week ago with him. Girl.
Wait, how long was you celibate?
So I recently reconnected with the guy I had talked to and decided to break my celibacy a week ago with him.
You don't know how long the celibacy was?
No.
Okay.
Girl, All I can say is WAP paradise. He immediately went down on me and I got lost in the sauce.
Okay.
I like that. Prior to doing it with him, I was masturbating like crazy. And one day I was like, fuck, I think I'm ready to have some dick. I get that.
Oh, prior to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yesterday we met up again, but it was not it. I wasn't even wet when he tried to shove it up there and I didn't even come. When he was finished, I was like, okay, well, that was not it. Got dressed and then left. Jeez. She's like, that was not good. And just
damn.
My point is that celibacy made me value myself more and heal from my last relationship. But it also made me realize that I have to have some sort of emotional connection with the person in order for me to come. Like who I am. Like who am I? Like who? Oh, I cannot read today. I cannot read. And I should have made you read this.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Jeez. I have to have an emotional connection with the person in order for me to come. Like, who am I is what she meant to say.
Got it.
I guess I'm just an emotional bitch. I have been doing so good since the last email I sent. It made me cry listening to it on the pod and loved you and HK's advice. Oh, love that.
Oh, so we gave like good advice on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back to the archives.
Honestly, took it into consideration and did this whole eat, pray, love kind of thing.
Okay.
Anyways, huge fan. Love y'all.
Yay.
Love you too.
We love you too.
And thank you for this part too. I love when you guys like, please send me some follow-ups.
Yeah, this was a great follow-up.
This was such a great follow-up because she gave details of the date that she sent the email and everything. So
yeah.
But
that's also like great progress because you realize you had the revelation that like, yeah, like you aren't here just for those flings anymore.
Right.
Like you want a deeper connection.
Right. And
so
in the sex therapist episode, one fucking clip that went viral and everyone's roasting us for it was Danica, the sex therapist, said it takes women generally, not everyone, it's a controversial thing to say. It takes about 20 to 40 minutes to get fully aroused. Mm-hmm. And again, we get instantly turned on, but our bodies react a certain way. It's not like men where we just get a boner and we're fucking good to go.
Yeah.
Like it really takes a lot of mental stimulation. It takes foreplay. It takes kissing. It takes great conversation.
It takes intent. Like
it takes intent. And
you
like
have to want.
And that's okay. Like I feel like, you know, Reader over here was like kind of shaming herself. Like who am I? Because I used to always do that too. Be like, oh my God, I need to have like a connection. And it's just like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's literally what you deserve.
Exactly.
And it's honestly the human body. I mean, granted, yeah, we just been horny, just done it. But at the end of the day, if you think about all those times, it's like you had to have had some sort of mental stimulation.
Yeah.
Now you just want something with more substance. Yeah. That's just the only difference. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think celibacy for me, when I was celibate, before I met my boyfriend, I wasn't intentionally celibate. I just didn't have sex for like 2 years. But it was a great time because I was being very choosy on who I wanted to give myself to, only because I knew how emotionally attached I can get. Yeah. So I was being very mindful. I didn't want to get hurt. So yeah, I just think, and also I just wanted to be stimulated. I just didn't want to just give it to anybody, you know? So maybe that's what you're going through. I don't know. How about you?
No, I think that's exactly what's going on. Like that's why she told it in that part of like the first time was great and the second time was whack. That was her revelation. Like, oh, obviously it was great because she hadn't been fucking for so long. And then realizing that she just realized what she wants. Right. So it's okay to want more.
Exactly. And I think, you know, woman to woman with women body parts, you know, you saying like, no one can make me come. Like that used to be something that was like really difficult for me too. It's like, I couldn't just like come with like anybody, even if like the dick size was massive or like the sex was good. It's just that like, again, going back to what I said earlier, like there is this like level of safety that I have to feel, because for men and women, it's different. Like with y'all could just nut in your mouth. Like,
well, there is like dynamics too, and I think it's intent as well as an understanding, because I think we've politicized it to where it's just like, okay, everybody gets theirs.
Right,
and that's
right.
if they haven't, then it's unfair, which on some ends it is. Like the last guy who's just being an asshole. But
and
like
not mindful, yeah.
Sex doesn't have to be orgasm focused, because I've definitely just enjoyed having a session where I was just pleasuring my man and focused on getting him off. And that was good enough for me, you know? So like, and then vice versa.
I think
too.
just being present in the moment.
Yeah. Like not everybody has to nut. And like, but if you want that, you know, like definitely communicate that. Be like, yes, I think it's fair that we both nut, you know?
Right.
Or like this time and just be like, you got this one, you know? Like whatever it is. But like, I think she's also realizing probably what she wants out of her future sex life, which is like, yeah, I'm gonna get mine every time.
Right. And she wants it from someone she really likes.
Yeah.
Like or at least just a connection, and not just like, I know, because she said the last time they had sex, it was just like she was dry and she couldn't get, like, what was happening?
It just sounded like she wasn't aroused.
Yeah, like it wasn't even wet, and when he tried to shove it up there, and I didn't even come. So it looks like there was like not enough like foreplay, or maybe like you probably weren't fully aroused yet. Like you could have been turned on, but again, our bodies react differently than like men do, you know, and so, or male body parts do. So it's just like,
and honestly, I've also had sex when I really didn't want to.
Right.
I mean, not in a non-consensual type of way, but like
your body was
already on it, in it, or like you realize like, oh wow, I just linked with this person out of like, you know, attention or compensation, and like I really just want to go home right now.
Right. You're just kind of like, kind of turned on, but I'm kind of not.
Yeah,
like I'm just here.
It was more the idea,
but again, no, there's no stimulation. It was just
going after something is more so. I've been trying to do this like whole dopamine detox thing, and you have to understand that dopamine is about desire, not about the joy you get from enjoying something. So like people think dopamine is like a rush you get from like when you eat sugar, or when you fuck, or when you do a drug or whatever. But the thing is, it's more about the desire. So it's about you just going after that thing. That's what you get the rush from. So like she was probably getting the rush from like trying to link up with this guy, and when she finally was doing it, the rush was gone.
Right,
it's like,
that's
she
true.
didn't really want it. So
yeah, that's true. I love that. Let's try and do another one.
Okay.
These are all short and petite. Okay, this one looks on brand for you. Did you see the title already? This one says, Dick at Sunday Breakfast. Do you want to read it? You haven't read yet.
Okay.
They're all been short, so that's why I'm like, I feel confident.
All right. This is called Dick at Sunday Breakfast. We get a lot of Christian stories.
That's true. It's all religious based lately.
We're talking about the demographic, and I was like,
maybe they're Christian.
Comment
below your religion. So we'll make sure not to be offensive.
Yeah.
And mindful.
Okay.
Or maybe we will. I don't know.
Here we go. It says, I matched with this guy on Hinge and Bumble and Tinder.
Wait.
What's going on?
Oh, so she matched the same guy. I've done that before. That's happened.
Oh, really?
Has that happened to you?
No.
What? Sometimes you see the same people. I'm sure I was probably one of those people to them too. Obviously.
Oh, I see. So let's like, okay. So you're a match. Yeah. Thrice over.
Right.
I'm on all the apps, but shoot, apparently he is too. Yeah, because y'all be matching. We talked for about a month. This was pre-COVID. Oh, and we were both out of town for the holidays. I was a bit nervous about meeting him because he just seemed too good to be true. Good-looking man, a little chocolatey. Good job. I already love you for this.
What did she say?
She said a little chocolatey.
Little chocolatey.
Oh my God. Jeez. Good job. Was building a house that I could make a home. Yes.
Love that.
She put yes. And there was some red flags that sorry. Oh.
It's a lot of editing in this episode.
There was some red flags that I was obviously colorblind to, but that's not the point. We finally met up a day for breakfast at a popular breakfast joint in the neighborhood. Okay. It was popular for the elderly and for the after Sunday services families.
Love that.
We met up there. I got there first and told the hostess that if he was short or a catfish to sit him alone so I could sneak away. Damn, you better tip that host because that's extra work.
Right.
He was neither of those things, and we had a great meal. We drove in his car to a movie theater and watched some car movie. Okay. Don't ask me what it was. We know it was Fast and Furious, girl.
Or maybe it wasn't. This is recently. Is a Fast and Furious movie out?
Well, no, but they met like pre-COVID.
Oh, right.
Kept things pretty PG, some kissing and hand-holding. After the movie, we drove back to my car, which was still at the breakfast joint in broad daylight. Elderly folks and church-going families parked all around me. He leaned in for a kiss. Goodbye. We had a cute little peck, and I was digging in my purse for my car keys, and I hear him say, he wants a kiss too.
What?
A whole ass penis was staring right at me.
Wait. What?
Yeah, so this is what happened. After they kissed goodbye, she gave a cute little peck, and she was like looking, rummaging her bag for her keys, and then he just says, he wants a kiss too. She turns to seize the dick.
Oh my. Okay.
And you know what I would have done, but she says, I'm not going to lie. It did end up in my mouth, period. But the audacity of this man, I mean, I think he just saw an opportunity.
Right.
Obviously, I did do the whole, oh my God, I'm not going to give it a kiss on the first date. Why? But after some more kisses from him, I was convinced. I mean, you should have pulled Jonani out. Oh. She want a kiss too.
Exactly. That's what I would have done. Be like, I kissed that, you kissed this.
Yeah. I wish I could tell my grandbabies, and that's how I met your father. But we stopped talking a couple months later after I went psycho on him. But that's another story. What? Okay, we'll follow up with that story, please. Anyways, I love your podcast. Thank you, therapist Stefanie.
That's hilarious.
That was a great story.
It was
so chaotic.
It was so chaotic. The story structure of that. And also I want to know, like, what did she go psycho over? But I feel like clearly someone like that would make you go psycho.
Yeah, I mean, it also like takes two. We don't know.
That's true.
I think I love that story.
I do love that story.
Because he was a horn dog and she was down for it.
And I love it. It's like on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
People are like getting out of church, having breakfast, and he just like whips his dick out. Like, you want some? Like, that's crazy. I love that.
I've done it in the most public place that I've done it is in the parking structure of Disneyland.
You had sex.
Still kind of hidden though.
Oh, like were you in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, just out in the structure.
I mean, you never know. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised. So with you, I like need you to clarify.
Oh, true.
It could be that.
You're right. Like behind a car or something.
Yeah.
I used to in the car.
Always like dry hump and like make out with my boyfriend in high school and like the mall like parking structure.
Oh, okay.
And his Lexus. He was rich. He's a doctor now.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
All right.
Moved on.
I thoroughly enjoyed that Sunday breakfast story.
Have you ever done that? Do you ever just like go like, oh, do you want like how do you get guys to like want to suck your dick?
You mean? I mean, usually it's not just that I'm focused on. It's just like.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not just like, how am I going to get them to suck my dick? It's more like, how are we going to, like, get to having sex overall?
Yeah.
But, I think...
Like, have you ever done... I feel like, because you've met up with a lot of people.
I've never done anything like this.
Okay. Because I was going to say, because you've linked up with a lot of, like, hookups, like, online and stuff. And obviously, you want to get straight to it.
I think that's the thing. Like, when you do online... Because this is more, like... dating going into flirtation, like
right,
that whole thing to me is like you don't know when sex is on the table.
Right.
That's why he like, it was a surprise to see his dick.
On the
yeah. I was like, wow. Slurp. But for me, it's like I already know what I'm like. Both parties already know what they're getting into just by being on the specific app they're on.
Right.
So it's like we already know what's gonna happen. So there isn't really a lot of like coercion.
Right.
But even when I was on Hinge for a couple months, it's very coded, at least in like gay culture, and like I knew this was gonna transfer over to Hinge, but like specifically Grindr and Jacked, we know it's just for sex. We know it's just for hookups. When you get over to Hinge and Tinder, boys like to act like I'm just here for dating and blah blah blah. But that's the thing. Like they want to act like oh, I want a relationship. I'm just here to meet people. Blah, blah, blah. But they then just wanna... the moment the code, at least for boys or gay boys, is like they'll say, "What are you into?" The moment that line is dropped, I know that one, they want sex, and two, they want to know how I like to fuck. But then the way I like teeter around it, I don't just say like, oh, this is what I like. I say, oh, I'm just here for friends and casual fun. Oh. Casual fun is the key word to say I'm down to fuck.
Okay.
For me.
But, I mean, that makes sense. I feel like that's such a universal like thing, no matter.
Oh, you'll
like...
do that too? Okay.
You're like, well, what?
I'm thinking like, this is not the gays do it.
You're like, don't the straight. What is that?
I mean, on like Hinge or like those apps. Because when my first experience with Hinge is like actually just like using it on my friends' phones,
right?
Because I didn't care. I was just like, I know what I want. But then like my friends who like wanted to like date and do the whole relationship thing, they were like, that's why I like Hinge more. I was like, okay. And so when I got onto Hinge, like I went in with it with that intent. I knew I was always going to be upfront. I never was trying to like coerce anyone or swindle anyone into having sex. I was just going to be like, cool.
Upfront, right.
We can go on a date, but like if you pull your dick out, I definitely,
Right.
So,
I guess I just want like a play-by-play on like how you have sex. I've always like I keep asking you in every episode. I'm like, how did it go down?
So
like I'm like, who
who
sucks dick first? Like, do you ever suck dick first?
Or so it's different every time. Okay. Like you have to. It's like it's the vibe. It's like how you feel it out. Like if he wants to be more dominant or if he wants me to be more dominant. So like,
are you more dominant or submissive type?
I'm whatever needs to happen that needs to get done. Like
so you're always the
more
whole, no matter what.
No.
Do you ever top?
Yeah.
Bitch, I never knew that. I thought you were strictly bottom. Are you
and there's no like bottom shaming because I also love bottoming, but yeah.
You're verse?
Yeah.
What do you do most? I thought this whole time you were strictly bottom.
Okay, so that's the thing. Like I don't even in gay culture, I don't like how it's so to me that's too like I've boxing to say like top bottom verse.
I get that. I guess for me, like I had a friend who was like, "Oh, I'm just a bottom, just a bottom."
But that's the thing, like those people that define it, because the people that put that in their bio, they're like strictly top or like power bottom, and like absolutely like more power to you. But I think that's also very one. It can be very divisive, and two, it like limits your sexual experience.
I was gonna say that always made me feel kind of weird because I'm like, you're only gonna do that, like you're not open to like. I feel like it's gonna feel good either way.
Which for some I can see.
Like it depends on like the vibe.
Yeah,
right?
I can see how people identify with that. But it's just my personal philosophy. I like being open to different types of experiences. Yeah. And because I like different types of guys. So I'm attracted to masc guys as well as femme guys. So like obviously we're gonna be doing different things. I've only
like maybe not assume. I've only like
it's because I've only told you about my bottoming stories.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So do you have any topping stories? Like has anyone ever shit on your dick?
No. No, thankfully.
Have you ever spit roasted somebody else?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
I think when I think about my topping moments, it's either because I was just in the mood for it, or the guy that I was talking to specifically liked to bottom more, or in that moment just wanted to bottom, and I was like, great.
Did you ever just like switch?
That's the best. So like my favorite is flip fucking, where like we switch positions
I feel like that would make sense.
It's great.
What's your favorite position as a top? I'm learning I feel like I'm just so like amazed because this whole time in my head, and when I envision you having sex, you were always a bottom. Sorry, that's weird to say.
No,
but like now I'm like, whoa, so you do the top. Like now I want to explore like HK top. like this is a whole side of you that I didn't know.
Yeah. So
what's your favorite position as a top?
Well, actually, I had a relationship where I was the top.
Really?
Yeah. And it really is just like I just go off of the vibe. Like what is going to like get this person off? Because that's what I go.
Wish
That's
I
what
was
I
a
enjoy.
gay man because you really get to experience both.
Yeah.
The hole and the dick.
Yeah.
Like I want to be both.
I think that's people why also like I totally understand why people love bottoming only is because like as a male you get to kind of play both sides, I guess, and like be the receiver or the recipient.
I'm kind of
but also
jealous.
if it wasn't for the prostate, come on, like that's a blessing. Right. That's a blessing.
Right.
But yeah,
but only males have a prostate.
Right. Was that a question?
That was a question. I knew, but I needed to confirm.
Yes. Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I want to feel what y'all. How come you guys get a prostate and we don't?
Right. I mean, I actually don't know. I'm just glad it's there. I'm just so fucking. It's a blessing.
My 2 brain cells left.
But
my brain cells are running the show right now. My 2 brain cells only.
Yeah, and I think that's also why, like
what is a prostate?
It's a magical
G spot.
Yeah, basically.
That's why I think that like God really did invent gays, and all these Christians that are against,
or just that sex is supposed to be experienced in a multitude of ways.
Exactly, because y'all are born with the motherfucking prostate. That's not just that is a God's gift,
right?
And women don't have that,
right?
God loves gays.
Right.
Fuck that shit.
Right, and the fact that you can literally come just from like prostate milking,
like biologically, that was made.
Yeah.
For y'all.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So
finger your man's ass.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, like, obviously he should like wash first, but like, yeah, do that. Butt stuff. This is butt stuff part 2.
I know. Wait, you didn't answer my question. What is your favorite top position?
My favorite top position actually is doggy.
Okay. I feel like every guy likes to be missionary. Every guy likes doggy.
Well, because the thing is, when I bottom, I just like being on my stomach. And it's not that I don't like, because I'll enjoy missionary for a moment because I like the romance
sometimes
of
the
it all.
But style, like I get really sore because I feel like I'm doing a plank for so long.
Well, mine is because
you're like
it's literally like it's technical because like when I'm on my stomach and being fucked, that's when I know he's gonna hit my spot and I'm gonna come. Okay.
What is your trick? Because I mean, doggy style is fine, but sometimes boyfriend takes a while. I mean, like sometimes it just depends on the day. And sometimes my body is sore and like I get kind of tired just like doing a plank. You know, like what's a cute way to be the doggy in doggy style?
I would take
Arch
like a cushion or something to like support yourself. Oh, you do that? Yeah.
I think I need like a thicker cushion.
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
We'll see.
Foam roller. No, I'm just kidding.
That actually.
Maybe. Yeah. You need something firm to like hold
right,
up
I
against.
need something firm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll check that. So doggy style. But I feel like every guy likes doggy style.
It's I'm just literally thinking of like, because I don't just stick to one position. I'm thinking about the main position that I end up like nutting.
Which is doggy style? Yeah. Every guy nuts from doggy style quickly. Like if you just want, like even women for us, we're like, if we want like, okay, we already got ours.
But when I bottom, I'll want him to fuck me on my stomach to make me come, but usually they only come when I'm riding them. I don't know.
when you're writing.
I be spelling my name. You know.
H.
This hoe is talented.
So they come when you ride them doggy style.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because I be milking it.
I
be doing this with it.
Wait. What is this?
It's my you know how to like contract. Oh, like I can like contract.
What do you mean?
While I'm on it.
Oh, you contract your dick?
No, my hole. Yeah.
What?
Oh, it's a whole nother episode. It's like
you contract your butthole while they're writing it?
Yeah.
I need to learn how to do that. Okay. We're gonna do another dick thing. But it'll be a butt nick. Butt is a butt in Tagalog. Butt nick. Oh my god.
Special request.
Maybe we'll put that on the Patreon. They need to pay for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, any last words on what the fuck we just talked about?
No, I think we've had enough words, but we also set up a lot for the future. We have a lot of good we'll have to make note of these upcoming topics. So
don't worry. I always have a mental note.
Yeah. Follow me, lechon baby. Not me closing out before you even say plug yourself. Sorry.
Plug yourself. It's late. It is 11:30. I get it. Plug it.
It's a school night.
Right.
Lechon baby. I really want to use that. I really want to use that.
Lechon baby.
Yeah, but for now, HK Brains.
And then follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit is there. I'm running out of stories, you guys. And I know we always like bag on reading the long ones, but I really do love the long ones with details and paragraphs. Yeah. Like, I want to know the details.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these are great, but we just want more.
Yeah.
Send them on my website, brocotherapy.com. All right, bye. Lechon, baby. Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy.